Hey there. So it's been a long time since my last video. I think it's been about a year. I've gone through a lot of wargaming preference changes in the last year. So this is just a Workbench update video. But I'd say in the last year, my last video I was doing commissions and primarily playing Star Wars Legion. But in the past year, I have stopped doing commissions, and I have transitioned from Star Wars Legion to A Song of Ice and Fire. And I've been playing A Song of Ice and Fire now for probably just about a year. I did a Star Wars Legion tournament in a city in another city about a year ago. And that experience kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Just kind of doing like a more competitive environment, and just kind of soured me a little bit on the. I'd say I still really like Star Wars Legion. I watch Star Wars Legion content. I keep up to date on it, but I think I just wanted something new to try out. And around that time, I discovered A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniatures game. I bought a starter set for the Greyjoy faction and just kind of fell in love with the game. And I've been playing nothing else since, with the exception of Blackstone Fortress, which is kind of my solo player kind of game to play every now and then when I can't find anybody else to play with and don't feel like painting on the weekend. But as far as multiplayer games go, I've been playing 100% A Song of Ice and Fire. You'll see up here, I have a bunch of Legion miniatures that I started over a year ago, and they have been sitting on this shelf ever since. But as far as A Song of Ice and Fire goes, I've built a bunch of Greyjoys. Well, I say built, but the miniatures for the game come pre-built. I've painted a lot of Greyjoy miniatures. These are Targaryen miniatures that I've been working on for the past few weeks, because it takes me forever to finish a unit. Probably takes me about a month to finish a full unit of 12 guys, and even these 3 hero units here have taken me a few weeks now. But I usually try to be a little more careful with my hero units and spend a little more time on them, just because I feel like they're a little more special. So what we have here is Ser Jorah Mormont on his horse. So he is a solo unit, meaning he can be put on a solo movement tray and be his own unit, running around the map, doing things. He's also an attachment, so you can put him into a cavalry unit. And he's a commander, so he can be a commander of your army. I use him quite a lot as a solo unit, because he has he has an ability that allows him to kind of support other units in a really, really good, fun way. He is not 100% done yet. I have a little bit more to do with highlights on him and a little bit more for basing. I need to put some grass tufts and some static grass on him. This one over here is the infantry version of Ser Jorah. This is an infantry attachment that isn't really taken very often, but I figured since I was doing the cavalry version of Jorah, I may as well do this version of him at the same time, because there's a lot of the same colors used. So just to save some time, I'm making this one. This guy's not quite done yet. I have some more highlights to do on him. Let's see, what else do I have here? I have Ser Barristan Selmy that I'm working on. He's almost done. I'll probably just put a little bit of static grass on him. I've really kind of slapped him together here in the past 3 or 4 days after playing a game with him over the weekend as my commander, and I really liked the playstyle that he had. His infantry attachment isn't all that strong. It's not the greatest compared to some of the other commanders, but I liked some of the cards he had in his command deck. And he's fun, and he's Barristan Selmy, and Barristan Selmy is an awesome character, and I'm more about kind of just having fun than playing super competitive. And I think Sir Barristan is awesome. So I'll probably run him again during my next game, because I think he's really cool. So there he is. I kind of put him in black armor because his helmet looks kind of like a Targaryen. His helmet looks sort of like a Targaryen Kingsguard helmet, so I figured I'd make him look like a Targaryen Kingsguard rather than leave him in his Lannister Baratheon Kingsguard outfit. So I still kept the white cloak of a Kingsguard, but I gave him I kind of painted a facsimile of a Targaryen sigil on his shield and kind of gave him a red little skirt, whatever that's called, and then gave him black armor because that seemed to jive with Targaryens. So that's him. In the background here, I have a bunch of other unfinished minis. These are all hero characters here in various stages of completion. This guy here, Illyrio, he's complete. So he's done. I just need to put him back in the cabinet. I don't know why I brought him in here. Here he is. Very large fellow. Over here, just a couple of free folk trappers that I was experimenting with some contrast colors on, because I've never used contrast colors really to do the primary painting of a unit, so I was just testing out the different colors on a couple of these guys. Over here are some Dothraki Hrothgars, which are they come on a monster tray or a War Machine size tray, and they're a couple of Dothraki dudes who are basically lion tamers. So I'm kind of working on this unit a little bit. And yeah, up here, back here, there's a piece of Song of Ice and Fire terrain that I've been painting on and off a little bit. And then up here, you already saw all these unfinished minis that will probably be unfinished for a while that I need to move somewhere. And then up above here are even more unfinished minis. Most of these guys are, these guys up in the front are Blackstone Fortress expansion minis that I'll get around to in the semi-near future. There's a couple of more Song of Ice and Fire minis up there in the front, and then all the stuff in the back is all just Games Workshop stuff that I'm going to build, or that I'm going to paint eventually for use in miniatures agnostic games like Stargrave, 5 Parsecs from Home. That's what this Buzz Lightyear spaceship back here is for. Eventually I'm going to paint that for use in some of those miniatures agnostic games as terrain. And yeah, that's it. I've got more paint than the last time I posted a video, of course, as is usual for any miniatures painter. I've got some paint racks in the mail that are supposed to come today, so pretty soon this will hopefully look a lot more organized. And yeah, so maybe I'll do another video soon-ish, maybe, showing kind of like a unit showcase of some of the other work I've done over the last year since starting A Song of Ice and Fire. I say that, although I think I signed off from my last video saying something similar about another video to follow, and it's been over a year, so we'll see. But anyway, that's it for now. Bye.